And welcome back. So, Franz is an ambitious new biographical film about Franz Kafka, one of the most important writers of the 20th century. Directed by Agnieszka Holland, the movie tries to answer a difficult question: what does the life of a great artist mean when that artist never lived to experience his own fame? Kafka struggled with his demanding father, a dull insurance job, chronic migraines, romantic frustration, and a constant desire for the peace and solitude needed to write. Ironically, he even wanted his writings destroyed after his death. Only because his friend ignored that request do we still have many of his great works today. The film takes an unconventional approach to telling his story. Some scenes follow Kafka's life in a traditional biographical style, with Eden Weiss portraying the writer, but the movie frequently breaks away from that reality. Scenes from Kafka's stories appear on screen, people from his life sometimes address the audience directly, and modern day tourists in Prague explore Kafka's legacy. This bold structure is certainly interesting, but according to the review, it doesn't always work. The different elements often feel disoriented and disconnected rather than complementing one another. The film wants to explore how Kafka's personal experience shaped the ideas that later became known as Kafkaesque, but many of those connections are presented only as brief flashes instead of fully developed insights. The performances are one of the film's strongest aspects, particularly Eden versus Kafka. One especially memorable section involved Kafka's relationship with Melena Jasenska, his translator and eventual lover. Genova Bokova brings real emotional depth to the role, making their brief connection feel like a possible turning point in Kafka's life. The review suggests that these intimate dramatic moments are actually where Franz works best. Had the movie focused more heavily on Kafka's inner life and relied less on its experimental technique, it might have had a stronger emotional impact. The modern day Kafka tourist scenes are also fascinating, showing how a real human being have been transformed into a cultural icon and even a commercial attraction. But once again, the film struggles to connect this idea with Kafka's personal story. Overall, France is visually and formally ambitious, with strong performance and genuinely moving moments. However, its different storytelling approaches rarely come together with enough emotional or intellectual force. The film has plenty of interesting ideas, but it ultimately fits shorter on the deeper insight it is reaching for. France is scheduled to release in theaters on August 21. Thank you for watching. Bye.